That's what those symbols mean. Hello, Owen.
Oh, hello there.
Got a few minutes?
Do I? Of course I do. You're my favorite lancer.
I am. Or am I your only lancer?
Yeah, mostly yes. But you do know that I pick up the odd extra contract. Fella's gotta eat. I like to be open to opportunity when it strikes. That's cool, right?
Admit it, though. You won't find a better partner than me.
Never said I could.
We do make a good team.
Okay. Don't go getting all mushy on me. Shut it down.
Okay.
Moving on.
Anyway, things look better now that Corvus is interested.
You rescuing that Matthias fellow reminded me of the Scar nightmare that was our first contract.
Times 10. That was crazy.
I'd only been in Tarsis for a few weeks, and here I was, working with the Lancer who's survived the Heart of Rage. I was pretty chuffed. Life for this poor, wayward cipher was suddenly looking up.
What do you mean, poor wayward?
After I left the Satomi, I bounced around a lot. Had a gig on a Strider, wandered around Anthem. You may have noticed I get bored very easily.
I get that. I need a challenge.
And that is why we're such a good team. We have a fire for adventure.
Without breaking the law much, or getting myself killed.
But sometimes, it is fun to see how close to the line you can get.
Oh, and is it true what they say? That every cipher's a little broken? Since we're having a bit of a heart-to-heart, thought maybe I could ask. Unless that's getting too mushy.
Well, talking about all that still makes me too angry to be mushy.
I've opened a can of worms.
No. Knowledge is power, right? So yeah, every cipher is a little broken. Or a lot broken. You don't hone the ability to link minds without suffering a loss somewhere else. It's different for everyone. Often it's small, but sometimes it leaves you unable to function.
Like dead?
Huh? No, never dead.
You seem to have come out okay. Plus, you're a great cipher.
Thank you. And when I'm my own Lancer, then everyone will see how extra amazing I am.
Why not just try to be a better cipher?
Because I'm weird.
Bored.
Bored. Plus there are plenty of level blah blah ciphers around. What's amazing about that?
Should I ask how it's going?
With the lessons? Well, it's more of a book, actually, but I'm working hard. Turns out I'm a natural.
You know, it took me years, right?
Yes, but that's you. Anyway.
You're an interesting guy.
Thanks. But, word of warning. I wouldn't get too close if I were you. Kidding! Just sharing the insecurity around. Seriously though, that means a lot.
Very good work out there with the Arcanists. People want to believe freelancers have their backs. After Freemark, belief hard to come by.
Glad I could help. How's Freelancer Wraith doing?
Good!
She put up a hell of a fight.
Of course, she knows I would be angry to write her story for the wall. But, my young friend, she is alive. This is a good story to tell. People will hear of it.
Think that'll help around here?
Oh, yes. Now, Freelancer Wraith is recovering down by the forge if you want to check on her. I will keep an eye out for contracts, never fear.
Zoe. Shh. It's my dog.
Good to see you, Freelancer.
Ooh, a contract, yay.
Oh, so soon? Good. I have contracts for you. To change minds around here, we need to get out there and do good work. Remind people they can count on us. You hear me?
I hear you.
Right. Still the same state that everything was in. Just taking a look around to make sure I didn't miss a Cortex entry. But so far, looking good. As new areas open up in Fort Tarsis, there'll be more places for you to find
Hey, we're
Cortexes.
doing well out there. Come check it out.
Oops, check the map here. Just get an idea for all the conversations going on. Looks like it's Tassin. Oh no, it's Rice. Okay.
Hey, stop by sometime.
So yeah, now we're gonna go talk to the lady that Yarrow was just going on about. Gonna pass by Prospero. Because she should wait a second. There she is. Yeah, I wish the chat bubbles would just be like all the other things, where like you like see there's Prospero to turn in his mission. You know, there's your javelin. I wish these things would pop up like they should pop up like way sooner than that, right? Just so that way you don't have to keep doing this every time. Like, where are all the conversations happening? Although really, I mean, you know, I don't know. Question is, how does your map know who's willing to talk? It's a game, guys.
You must be right. Yarrow said I'd find you here.
Yeah. You're the one who flew in with a hail of bullets and flaming glory.
Yeah.
Correct. That was me.
Well, right on, Big Star. That was something to see. Backed up
Thanks.
into that tunnel, trying to keep those Arcanists ticking. It got tense. I mean, I was looking forward to using Nellie on those cockroaches.
Nellie?
My sword. Helps me perform my community service. Figured she saved my butt so many times. She should get a name.
You're in good spirits.
You seem to be recovering nicely.
I got 2 working fists. One for punching, one for drinking. That's all I need. So, I'm guessing you're here to stay. You've been keeping to yourself, but I've seen you around.
There's work, yeah. I get the impression business is picking up.
Been tough for a while. Couple of weeks, I was barely scraping by.
So,
But man, there's nothing like being a freelancer, right? So hey, thanks for showing up when you did. I owe you one.
Glad it worked out.
Anyway, I'm probably still bleeding somewhere. Should get that fixed. I'll see you around, Big Star.
so this is another character where I kind of thought that her, first of all, by the way, the outfits these characters have are amazing, but, which, like, cosplay, right? But she's the one whose talking animations seem the most kind of, like, weird, but, I don't know, like, at the same time, you know somebody who talks that way with their hands. They point at you when they talk. They gesture in ways that don't match what they're saying. Like, that's still a thing that people do, and it's just as weird when you see a real person do it. Unless, of course, you're not paying attention. But here we're playing a video game where you're, like, looking right at somebody, and you could see her doing them, but because you also know that she's just a simulation, you see her repeat some of the same motions, and she does them exactly the same each time. Now, people don't really do that. Well, maybe some do. But it's a minor thing, right? Like, this doesn't mean, like, I hate this game now because this one character is animated in a way that doesn't make sense. No, you're just being a turd, okay? Just saying. Anyways, that's me. Going off on a tangent. I can't remember if I set up my loadout. Which means I should look at this. Right, we have a glacial spear. Did we get a better gun? Yeah, I already put it on. Which, honestly, I could sell that or salvage it. I don't know. Cool. Don't believe we got enough to buy the legs yet. Yeah, but that's what we're working towards. It's good to have goals. The other one is to get the fancy bow. Well, because the chest bump, or the chest pound, like, yeah, no, I don't really need that. We haven't unlocked a new wear state. We probably won't unlock a new wear state until level 8 when we get our next javelin.
All right. Where do you want to start?
That was just the highest ranked one I had. It really should be something else, but it's okay. I don't like that I've only got a detonating. Ooh, I have a detonating ability. Melee is also detonating, so this is not good. So we have a detonator, and Ice Blast is neither. It just does damage, I think. I've never used this power, so I don't know what it's going to do exactly. So that's the beauty of it. We're just going to go find out.
Market lately?
Alright.
It's so sad to see the empty stalls.
Right, I can't turn into Prospero still.
Hey, Prospero.
I know you got good news.
All the ember you need.
What I wanted to hear. All right then. Let's get to business and fire up the forge. It's time all these javelins around here got the tender loving care they deserve. Head on over to the forge, and you can start crafting. But don't forget, when you want to make a statement, maybe polish that javelin up with a nice coat of pain and thunder. Come see me.
So, you're the thunder merchant, huh?
Hey, the best freelancers always arrive with a bang. But first, they buy it from me. Don't be a stranger.
Alright. Hey, crafting. And of course his store opens. Well, whenever I get a Colossus, that's definitely going to be the animation I use for when I land.
Good timing. We just got some excellent new stuff.
This is where you can buy crafting materials for in-game money. And I've already picked up all of my rewards. Alright. Right, Tassin's over there. So here's what we're gonna do, right? Like, she's the next story mission. I'm gonna leave her there. And I'm gonna do other stuff. That way, I don't fill up my freaking map like some people do by skipping stuff. Also want to have a nice, smooth, chill journey through the story. I'm not trying to finish it as fast as possible. There's like, what's the fucking point? I want to enjoy the game I spent money on. Is that okay?